Echoes of Unity, the American Civil War unveiled. In the mid-19th century, a storm was brewing in the United States. The division between the North and South over slavery and states' rights threatened to tear the nation apart. The South relied heavily on slavery for its economy, particularly in agriculture, while the North increasingly opposed the institution, viewing it as morally reprehensible and economically unsustainable. In 1860, Abraham Lincoln's election as president on a platform opposing the expansion of slavery was the final straw for Southern states. They saw it as a direct threat to their way of life. One by one, beginning with South Carolina, 11 Southern states seceded from the Union, forming the Confederate States of America. The stage was set for the bloodiest conflict in American history. April 12, 1861, Confederate forces fired on Fort Sumter, a Union fort in South Carolina. This act of aggression sparked the onset of the Civil War. The war raged on for 4 long years. Battlefields like Gettysburg and Antietam were soaked in blood, with casualties on both sides reaching into the hundreds of thousands. Behind the front lines, the war on slavery reached a turning point with the Emancipation Proclamation in 1863, declaring all slaves in Confederate-held territory to be forever free. The tide of war turned in favor of the Union, culminating in General Robert E. Lee's surrender at Appomattox Courthouse in April 1865. The Union was preserved, but at a tremendous cost. The aftermath of the war was a nation in ruins, especially in the South. The era of Reconstruction sought to rebuild the country and integrate freed slaves into society. However, the legacy of the Civil War and slavery continued to cast a long shadow over American society. Racial tension and inequality persisted, a wound that has yet to fully heal. Today, the American Civil War serves as a somber reminder of the destructiveness of division and the importance of unity and equality. It reminds us that the fight for justice and equality is ongoing, and that we must learn from the past to create a better future. We invite you to reflect on this pivotal moment in history. Consider visiting a local museum or historical site to connect with the stories of those who lived through these tumultuous times. Together, let's honor their sacrifices by committing to understanding and addressing the deep-seated issues that divide us, forging a path toward a more united, equitable society.